There are over 20 stakeholders that are involved in the import and export process in Nigeria.
So we need to do things in a different ways. We need to get things out of our ports in a faster way.
So instead of dealing with multiple agencies,
I will be able to have a one-stop shop for trade facilitation in Nigeria.
Who is coming back on the second term on the podium. That is the director and the head of secretariat of the National Single Window Project. Let's have updates once again from Mr. Tola, Fakolade, as he comes to update us on the National Single Window Project.
I was just saying our work was to once international, once single. What really do we want to achieve? Like I mentioned, the registrars highlighted some of this. What is changing? And I know that's a curious question a lot of people have. Like, really, okay, single window is going to the large, but what really will change? And how does it happen? Where are we today in the journey, and what is coming? And of course, we also have a request for all our stakeholders here. At this point, and as we're moving forward from here on, we need a lot of support and collaboration, especially with the private sector. And that's what our work is. So, what is the single window? I will read the definition that is from the US WTO, put this definition together. It's a platform that allows importers and exporters to launch standardized documents into a single entry point. I will break that down into a simple way. What are we talking about? A single window is a platform where all importers, exporters, all other private sector stakeholders, all their agents or freight forwarders, licenses. It is the platform that they will use for all their imports and exports. And I can see a lot of people trying to understand, and I will give more clarity as well. But one thing I really need to mention, before I go into the single window is only coming to do the job to enhance some of the work that has been done with the facilitation. So before I go into the details, I want to mention that a lot of work has been done over the years on trade facilitation by the Nigerian Customs Service, by some of the other partners. I'll just talk about the field and I'll break it down a little bit more. So a single interface, which what that means is, as a licensed custom agent, a freight forwarder, or an importer expert, there's only going to be one system that's going to be used by the two. What that system does is that it integrates with all the other existing. So the single window doesn't take away the mandate of any agent. What the single window does is a conduit where importers, exporters, and their representatives a single enterprise. They can merge all their documents, they can do all their processes, and at the back end, the single window platform transmits all this information to the respective agencies. But then they complete the work that they are mandated to find. And then when that is done, the approval is given, the feedback again comes out to the single window. So that is a single interface for importers, exporters, and the licensed custom agents. Data harmonization. Data harmonization takes care of multiple entry of data. Today, there's still instances where the same data, if you go to Sun system, you can apply for SunCap, you fill most of the data, you can that system, with consult system, you see that a lot of the same data is being repeated. And that's also one thing that Single does, which is data analyzation. Once a particular data has been filled in once, information has been filled in once, the Single will replicate that data to whatever other agency that needs it. So it tries, it makes life of the important and total comparison easier. Same thing with documents. Any document that is submitted once will be agencies that by mandate require that document. Only needs to be launched one. Content that is being imported, there's already the agencies that are involved in that process as far the management. And also transparency. The Single window has provides more transparency. What does that mean? By being a central conduit for all the processes, initiating all the processes that exist across all the agencies, the Single window allows to track what is happening across all the agencies. What does that mean? So if the request has been sent to Sun or SunCap, you can track that when it was sent, when we receive the feedback, simply with every other agency. So as an important expert at every point in time, there is a visibility, transparency into where documents are, where the approval process is, and then it helps us to really understand where the bottlenecks are. Like the registrar was mentioning, the whole essence of Single window is really the transparency and efficiency. If there's transparency, we can identify bottlenecks. If we identify bottlenecks, then we can fix those bottlenecks to improve our process. And then, of course, if it's a central platform, there is an option. This is one platform where you can make all your application, all your and it is, transmitted to the respective agents. So that is the form. The form shows, the Sun, NAVDAC, to go all over. But the tool is saying, this is what we want to do. They want to simplify our process, especially the lens of the important technology. What are some of the benefits? I already mentioned some of this. One is simplification. How do we simplify and why this is important? It's also like this. So, we get that very busy. We mentioned some countries already have. In Africa, we mentioned Rwanda. I don't even go as far as Rwanda. We have a Republic of Guinea, Kenya, that already have the Single. And what we're seeing, I think we have, there is improvement in the days to play. How long it is to play. And that's one of the challenges that happen today. And one of the reasons why Mr. President inaugurated this program. How can we be more competitive in terms of our cost to imports compared to our neighbors, the Cotonou port, we have goods that are being sent to those ports that are destined for Nigeria because you can't ask to send them to those locations. How can we make Nigeria a trade hub? And to make Nigeria a trade hub, which means our processing to be more efficient, and also cheaper. And that is one of the goals of Mr. President to set up this. So, simplicity of trade, revenue generation, because if systems are simplified, the leakages are identified and counted. And that will be main. And last time, so these are some of the benefits. Now, what do we really want to achieve? We have been challenged by the presidency. And when I say we, I mean the Single Window Secretary. And then we mentioned the government, I can take the example of students, single window secretariat is actually not just me, myself, and some of my team members. The single window secretariat, I believe we have over 10 agents, consultants, and so on. So when I say we, I mean all the agencies that are involved in trade facilitation. We've been challenged how do we make an ideal estimate. If I go to our KPIs, I think this picture is the right, it's the picture of what I said. The single user at the center, the importers, exporters, shipping lines, airlines, they come, the lodging, document processing, it is transited with agents so they can fulfill their mandates as per their acts. And when that is done, if an approval is given, it is sent back to the city. So it is the central content that will simplify and bring everything along. So, on those KPIs, we have been challenged to start the journey of how we can make Nigeria destination that will attract. And what that means is we have to use the best in class as targets. It is the start of a journey. The targets you are seeing is not going to happen the day we want to see it. But it is important to start our journey. I'll just go through this. Our target is also 2 to 3 weeks on average. That it still takes to get a bit more forward. Our target is to get to 24 hours. Same thing for us. And then for physical examination, how can we leverage the technology of scanners, the risk management tool, of agencies, to leverage existing technology that exists today that can help us to reduce physical examination to about 10%. And then lastly, there was a study that was done on the cost. The cost to clear goods in our neighboring African countries is about half of what it costs us on average. Or the other way around, almost double, when you include delivery and all the other. So, at least we want to get parity cost. I don't say we want to be better. And hopefully we achieve some of these targets. So I think if I'm assuming the question in everybody's mind is, okay, how do we really get there? I want to say, like I mentioned, this is the start of a journey. It is not something that will happen the day we want to go or a long, 3 months after we want to go. But what we want to see, we want to start seeing improvement. And we want to put those targets that are not strong for all the agencies to have that are targeted for all of us. So what is going to change with content? The first one, like I mentioned, is a one-stop shop. The national single window will be a one-stop shop for import and export process. So importers and exporters, their agents will only have to sign in into one system. This system is integrated with all the existing systems and will transmit the document and data to this system. Application for permits, so today, as I mentioned, application for permits, licenses, certificates will be initiated on single. Submission of all documents will also be done on single. The system based on the cargo that is being brought will replicate this document to the respective agencies or the agencies to complete their mandates. And also, the single window also have the option to make all regulatory requirements. So that's considered as the one benefit that's improvement. How do we ensure that we simplify the process and we simplify the lives of agents or importers and exporters, and ensuring that they don't have to do it all? The second one is what we call the single solution. Single solution focuses on nothing must be submitted twice. No data should be entered twice, and no document should be submitted twice. So any any data that the entered wants, based on the system will identify the required agencies that need that data, and if the entered want it is replicated automatically and certificate. So if the invoice, whatever, if manifest is submitted, the system will automatically route that after, of course, after the required regulatory work has been done by the agency to the people, agencies that require this work. So that's the second thing that will change, which is single submission of data. The next one is we've actually done a lot of work with a lot of the agencies where we identified the tax. But there's still a few documents that still are not fully. But there's still some agencies, even the documents by the government are submitted. There's still one copy of those documents. So as a working with them to say, we will use electronic documentation. The world is going towards digitization. I know we used to get physical documents, and now I'm submitting electronic documents. We don't need to submit so we want a lot of things to identify all these areas and then to ensure that we go to digitization. Now the last one is duplication of process. Working with a lot of the agencies, we've actually seen processes that are checking the same thing over and over. Within the same thing. And again, we're working with the agencies to see how we can optimize those. Next is the centralized and normalized risk management. One thing we've done is we're working with, today, based on our understanding, the Nigerian Customs Service has a risk management. But based on global standard, the regulation, all the regulation is also have oversight the Nigerian costs of 24 hours. 70% of our income tax will carry and that is the goal and the standard. And we are hoping that with the launch of this, we can start that journey and hopefully like this. So we are going to make so the project, as I mentioned, was inaugurated by Mr. President in April 16, 2024. Since then, all through last year, we worked with I think over 20 different agencies involved in the import and export to really understand the current processes and to see how we can streamline them. And it's been very exciting. We've also been with all the technology readiness of the agencies. There are some agencies, as I mentioned, that are invested heavily already in ICT, and those are ready to go. And there are some agencies that are still in working with agencies to see how can we improve their technology readiness to ready to go. And then with that, we've been able to map the future states. And where we are now is we are not actually developing a single platform. We representatives. We do pilot testing. And I try to announce in the conference. We are announcing publicly that our project, our commitment is to launch the first phase of the project. So, what do we need to do between now and March? It's simply a little bit of phases. Phase 1, phase 2, phase 3. We'll start with phase 1, we'll focus on phase 1. Phase 1, when we went to phase 1, the expectation is that the application and the process of initiating licenses and permits for imports related to imports will be initiated on this. The manifests will be submitted on the same day. The manifest will be transferred to the Nigerian Customs Service to complete the mandate, amend, and approve the manifest. And after that is happened, send back to the single window. The single window will make this manifest available to people that need manifest as far as the mandate. So NPA, NASA, or whoever is the right people that need the manifest. And then I mentioned that we're working with some of the regulators to develop their own risk management So those are the three things that we're focusing on for phase 1 launch. And then we'll have phase 2 coming. But I think I'd like to focus on what we're going to have next. So those are the three areas that we will launch. And then after that, we'll get into end exports, certificates of exports, or export processes. And after that, we'll get into all other submission. Like I said, every process will be initiated on this, and then they will be sent to the agencies for investment. So this is how we're working this on 3 phases. One thing we also require before we will also need at some point we will reach out, especially to the licensed agents and forwarders to come and create user IDs and password. How is that going to work? Well, licensed custom agents and any licensed custom agent that is already approved by customs, we will use the approval. We will have to check the approval by approved by customs. Then we will have that only way that we go ahead to be able to create a user ID and password. For freight forwarders, it's going to be CRM. Any freight forwarder that wants to register has to be a freight forwarder that is approved by CRM before you can create a user ID and password. So we will communicate with the right and at this point, I just wanted to say we are really looking forward to the engagements and the next one, as you know, is very easy for this team and for all our stakeholders. I really look forward to your collaboration. As we move to the next section of this program, I think I really want people to ask questions. I want everybody, hopefully, to leave here today have a very clear understanding of what we want to do, why we want to do it, and any concerns you have, hopefully we'll be able to, with the extras that we're going to do, with the panel, we'll be able to answer your questions. So once again, thank you for coming.